and stop what you're doing right now, because with us we have Todd Milks, who is the senior appraiser at EstateNet, who's going to maybe give you some ideas on how to make a little money with, stuff you have in your own house. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Joanne.
So I guess what people need to realize is that they may have hidden treasures all around their house.
Absolutely. So often as an appraiser, people ask me, what is in our home that could potentially have value? And so we've got some examples here today.
Let's start things off over there. Costume jewelry, you said, can have value.
It does. I mean, everybody thinks about gold and diamonds. I mean, that's the obvious stuff, right? But what you don't realize is actually items, costume jewelry, which are made out of plastic and rhinestones, can be quite valuable, actually.
So, a lot of people have that kind of stuff and they'll give it away to Goodwill or just give it to a friend. How do you know if it has any value? Is it of a certain era, a certain period?
Well, there are certain categories, and with costume jewelry, the showier the better.
Okay.
Collectors pay a premium for very glitzy stuff. What we have here, we're lucky enough to get some examples of Sherman jewelry.
Okay.
Sherman was a Montreal jeweler. These are rhinestones, but these go in the high hundreds of dollars.
Wow, good to know. Look around for the costume jewelry. Old photos.
Old snapshots, black and white photos, other people's
Which
photos.
sounds not really
It doesn't really make sense,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So why does this have value?
Well, I mean, it's a very personal thing. I think photography was invented 100 years ago. So what we've got is 5 or 6 generations of photographs that are coming up. There's lots in the marketplace. And it's very personal. People collect things that they relate to. You can look into a photo and create your own narrative. So that kind of...
and I'm seeing this a lot in restaurants and bars. These old photos are being used as decorations.
And to give you an example, there was a photograph, quite a rare photograph, that sold online recently of a woman breastfeeding her baby that sold for $50,000.
Wow!
On the internet.
Start taking some pictures,
right?
And then hide them somewhere. All right. Decoration, Christmas decorations. This surprised me.
Well, holidays are always very popular, and some people might not realize, but Halloween is actually more collectible than Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
So like the little ghouls and goblins?
Absolutely. Ornaments and paper decorations can go in the hundreds of dollars.
And then we've got some examples here of the actual Christmas ornaments as well. I know that there is a big market for that, like the old school ones.
And again, recently online, there was a box of Christmas ornaments, glass birds, that sold for over $10,000.
Wow.
So,
okay, wow.
Big money for this kind of stuff.
I love this stuff right now here. There's that box, actually. That's the box I went for.
That's the Christmas ornaments,
Wow.
Yeah.
And so one of my favorites, the old toy collection, makes me think of a Seinfeld episode. What should people be looking for in old toys?
Well, condition is always really important.
Okay.
People want toys that are in good condition, and I mean with children, they played with them oftentimes.
Right.
So to find one that's less played with is quite valuable.
Okay.
Oftentimes, toys that are in their original boxes command a premium.
So it's the toys that the kids never played with.
That's right.
Sadly, those are the ones
sad children.
The sad children. Yeah. And is there a specific area? Because I'm looking at these vintagey cars.
Well, these are earlier. These are tin toys. These are the 60s. And the earlier the better for sure. But we're seeing toys in the 70s and 80s that are starting to command a premium as well.
How much?
Star Trek and Star Wars are very popular. There was a tin German boat that recently sold for $9,000 online.
There it is.
Big money.
Look at that, $9,000.
Yes.
Todd Milks, thank you so much. I guess the real takeaway here is before you get rid of something,
call somebody that knows.
Call
an appraiser. Call me.
Call Todd. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. All right.